In this video, we're going to go over how to request an airdrop for Sol on our local test validator. The dependencies we'll be using include Solana client and the Solana SDK. So in our main function, the first thing we want to do is generate a new key pair. We will use the public key for this key pair as the address we're requesting the airdrop to. Now, before we can request an airdrop, the first thing we need to do is create an RPC client passing in an RPC URL, in this case, for our local test validator. Once we have our RPC client, we can call the request airdrop method on it, passing in the address we're requesting an airdrop for and the amount of LAN ports we're requesting. In this case, we're requesting 1 SOL. Under the hood, the request airdrop method is actually just a SOL transfer from some pre-configured address on the local validator to our requested address for the requested amount. What we get back is a transaction signature, which we can inspect later on the Solana Explorer. After we get the transaction signature, we're going to go ahead and confirm the transaction, calling the confirm transaction method, passing in the signature before we try and fetch the account using get account, passing in the address of our key pair. The reason we need to confirm the transaction first is because at the point where we generate this key pair, there does not yet exist an account on chain at this address. When we request an airdrop for this address for 1 SOL, an account is automatically created at this address to keep track of its LAN port balance. This is why we need to confirm the transaction first, because if we do not, then when we try to fetch the account right after sending the airdrop, the local validator won't yet recognize this address as having a valid account on chain. We can test out this script by first starting our local test validator, which we can see has the following RPC URL, which matches what we create our RPC client as. Then we can go ahead and run our main function. Here we can see we've generated a key pair with the following public key. We've sent our transaction or our airdrop and gotten the following transaction signature. And this is the account data associated with this address on chain. We can go ahead and also inspect this transaction signature on the Solana Explorer. So right now we're on the Solana Explorer connected to our local validator, where we can inspect the transaction details for our airdrop. If we scroll down, we can see the accounts involved, which is a pre-configured account with a bunch of SOL that transferred 1 SOL to our requested address, where we've invoked the system program. If we scroll all the way down, we can see the transaction is just a request to the transfer instruction on the system program, where the sender sends 1 SOL to our recipient address, and the instruction returned successfully. So under the hood, an airdrop is just a SOL transfer.